Unless you call knock on the door. Well, let's go. Hi, Mr. Walston. How you doing?
You caught me off guard with the mystery part.
What's your name is?
Yeah, for real. I feel your pain.
I have no surprises tonight, okay?
Thank you. My heart doctor said don't do that to me.
There's still some up there.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. I want to welcome all visitors and guests. Thanks for coming. Candidates, the quorum present. Pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, approval May 13th minutes.
Make a motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Wait a minute, did you say May or April?
April.
April.
Then approval of May 4th board agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second? All in favor? All right, discussion item A, department update. Mr. Markins.
Thank you for those of you that are in attendance. Thank you for those of you who are watching and listening at home. Board members, I have shared with you the May department updates. One of the things I do want to highlight is our continued partnership with our Student Services Department and the Sheriff's Office. We're thankful for the continued support from our SROs and specifically for bringing the DARE program back to our elementary schools. Our fifth graders will be participating in DARE graduation this spring, and it's a great partnership with our Sheriff's Department, and we're thankful for the service that they do for us.
Mr. Lawson, any questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Ms. Fial?
No.
Yes.
Questions?
Thank you. All right, discussion item B.
Highlights for the month of April. We're going to begin with something bittersweet. We held our Special Olympics, which many of our families thoroughly enjoyed. And we did these in honor of Miss Maddie Benson. It was a great way to respect what she had done for our county as a student and as a person. And I'm very pleased with the community turnout and the work that our staff did to honor her life. We have been recognized as a Purple Star School District for honoring military families for 3 consecutive years. Currently, 11% of our student population represents military families, and we hope this continues to rise. We're thankful for their service and the way that our school system supports them. Last week, our seniors were able to visit their elementary schools in Pollocksville, Trenton, Maysville, and Comfort. It's something they really enjoy during their senior walks. It's a great class. It's a smaller class, as Mrs. Morell can attest to. Even though they're small, they obtained over $315,000 in scholarships last week during Decision Day. And that's something that we should be very, very grateful for, and I know their families are as well. Last but not least, this is extremely exciting for us. North Carolina Teaching Working Conditions Survey is released biannually. Last week, I was contacted by DPI, by Dr. Beth Metcalf, and she said Jones County needs to take a look at this. Out of the 12 districts in the Southeast region of North Carolina, we rank #1 overall in the Teacher Working Conditions Survey. That says a lot about our community, our parents, and the love within our school buildings. It's something to be very, very proud of as a board, and I know I'm very, very proud and thankful as superintendent. Looking ahead, now to get to the ugly stuff is we do have EOC and EOG testing 2 weeks from today. It can be a stressful time for students and parents and teachers. I just ask that you continue to think about these students, and if you see teachers during the next couple of weeks, just give them a pat on the back, because we know our kids are going to do very well to represent our county. Our end of year banquet will be June 2nd at 9:30 a.m. in the Harry Brown Gymatorium. And our Jones Senior High School graduation will be June 6th at 10 a.m. in the Harry Brown Gymatorium.
How many graduates say we have?
49.
That's very good question.
It would probably be for one of them. I do. Okay. Miss Lee, how many certificates were given out this year? Do we have a total yet?
No, we don't, but I can say as far as the credentials,
Mhm.
we have like 100%. I know last year we were ranked 5th in the state. We got 100% in the fall, and it looks like we're gonna have 100% in the spring, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're moved up to number 2 or number 1.
Good,
per
good,
capita.
good, good. I was waiting, I've been chomping at the bits waiting to hear.
Yeah, we won't know till December.
Okay, won't know till December? Oh, gosh, okay.
But we know.
We know, okay, good deal, that's all.
Griffin.
Yeah, I've actually got 3 questions. You said we had 49 graduating. How many have graduated early prior to that for this class? Do you know, have any idea?
Yes, it's 8.
8, so, okay. So the working conditions, how were they able to, I'm glad we were ranked number 1, but what did they go by?
Sure, I contribute.
So I don't want to be a long answer.
That's okay.
I just wonder what it is.
We had 100% of our teachers participate,
Right.
certified staff, which is something to be proud of as well. What they do is they take the percentages for each question under school leadership, teacher leadership, student
Right.
discipline, and so forth. And then they take they combine all of our schools,
Mhm.
which they do in each district, and then they find a total average. On the screen, you can see our average was an 83% overall, with the next closest behind us being Lenore and Duplin with 81.
And lastly, we got 11% of the military. Do we get military impact money? I mean, when do we start that and what level?
18%.
Okay.
If we get to 18%, which Onslow actually receives each year, and Wayne also does, is we receive federal funding. So that's our hope, is if we can grow our military families, we would receive extra federal funding. We need the town of Maysville to do their work.
We're working on it.
Right.
That 11%, that is within the
Get
school
ready to say,
system, is
maybe
that
we're
correct?
gonna in the
I
military.
know that.
And probably, that in down there, too.
I just know it was extra work for finance a little bit once you start getting to the Creighton County got in a bad way a few years back because they took away some of the military impact money. That's their budget. That's all I got. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a way of oversimplifying things because I don't have a very deep toolbox to work with, but I say the same thing every year. When it comes to these tests, if we're aiming ourselves, and we are, and it's not our fault, but if we're going for 1 day a year, or ever how many days it is for end of year testing, and I always stress this when I coach, that is the night to get the right amount of food and the right amount of rest. You're going to see a drastic improvement if you go to bed at a decent hour when you're taking a test, even under that. So if we can stress that to the principals, I know it's extra simple, but 9 o'clock, 9:30 would not hurt us. You know what I mean? Going to bed and getting the right amount of food and sleep. I feel like that's with anything, whether you're jumping out of an airplane or whether you're taking a test. So that's me. Thank you.
I don't think we have any athletics that would be competing at that time, will we?
Shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was talking about when I was
general.
coaching, I would always tell them, if it comes down to end of year test, even though it's not even football season, go to bed and get the right amount of food and something to eat,
That's a good point.
That goes for adults too.
Yeah, it can be very exhausting for the students for that, especially in elementary, for that amount of time to be looking at a test. So that's a good point.
And a lot of the high schoolers, especially, and maybe even middle school now, are looking at a cell phone at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, and parents can't always be there. You know, you don't sleep with your kids at that age, but you know, it really needs to be stressed to the kids. If you don't go to bed on time and if you don't eat right, do it that one night a year for us, please.
Do we adjust what if we adjusted our time for as kids coming and going on test days? I mean, like, change our bus routes to an hour later, you know, whatever. I'm just asking, shorten the day instead of get our legal hours in. But let them have a little more rest. I'm just asking to try to make a little bit of a difference. Or may, I mean, still,
I haven't thought about that.
If they would take advantage of that, and I hope everybody would.
but I mean, if they would be able to sleep in an hour earlier, an hour later, even if they went to bed late, because a lot of times but you know, if we adjusted the time, it might make a huge difference if you adjusted it, you know, it's like a 2-hour delay. You use a 2-hour delay time schedule and go in and put your test in how many EOGs a day would the kids be taking? One. So if we did a 2-hour delay and just went in there testing, it would give them a lot more time to rest and relax and go in without feeling stressed and do a 2-hour time delay thing on that.
A lot of our parents work and have to be to work, and so nobody to be with their kids. I'm just.
But that's a normal thing anyway when you have to call in a 2-hour delay if you think
Well,
about it.
that's true.
But I want, from a teacher's perspective, I want you guys to take into consideration the testing schedule. Some tests you have to offer like 4 hours or 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
Uninterrupted. You start at 10, you're looking at 2 o'clock before they get anything to eat.
Thank you.
That's about
You good?
that's what I-
Yeah, I'm good.
Slauson, you good?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right, we're going to our action items. Host an out-of-state field trip request for Miss Morale.
thank you, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, members of the Board of Education and everyone that's under the sound of my voice. I bring you greetings on behalf of my principal, Ms. Reese, and our CTE director, Ms. Lee. I am Sedona Morel, the health science teacher and host advisor at Jones Senior High School, and I am respectfully requesting approval for out-of-state travel for our host of future health professional students who have qualified to compete at the International Leadership Conference in Indianapolis. The conference is scheduled for June the 16th to the 21st, and our group is scheduled to depart from the Raleigh-Durham International Airport on June 16th and return from Indianapolis on June 22nd via Delta Airlines. Included in your backboard packets are the travel itinerary, the hotel information, conference agenda, field trip request documentation, and estimated pricing per person for your review. And at this time, we have approximately 10 students that are projected to compete at the conference. The students will be accompanied by 2 chaperones and myself to ensure proper supervision and support throughout the event. This opportunity will allow students to represent our school, our district, and our community on the international stage while showcasing leadership, technical, and healthcare skills that they have worked diligently to develop. We respectfully ask for your approval, continued support, and prayers for safe travels and student success. Additionally, any financial assistance would be greatly appreciated. We are sincerely thankful for our community partners such as Bosch for the generous support of our students and program and community donations. So thank you for your time, your consideration, and continued investment in our students' success. Any questions?
How many students do they?
10. Right now, we're projected to take 10.
It looked like 24 on what I was looking at, but I don't know what that is. Maybe that look like you.
We got
There's
24.
24.
Yeah, it looks like 24.
For
That's-
IOC.
They say 24.
Yeah, that's what,
Because initially we had that meeting
right.
that could compete.
Well, I thought you said 10 in your presentation, and I was looking at 24, and I said, what in
It's
the world?
currently 10 because the parents had to agree first and they had to commit to the financial obligations. And some couldn't commit to the financial obligations. So we had 10 to commit to the financial
You're
obligations.
driving an activity bus.
We're driving an activity bus to Raleigh-Durham Airport. And then we will fly from Raleigh-Durham
Right.
Airport to the convention site.
Is Mr. Ingram, is the driver, or somebody, he's gonna drop y'all off?
He's
and
gonna
leave,
drop
come
us
back
off,
out,
and
then
then
drive
he'll
back the next?
Yes, sir. He'll come back that Sunday.
I didn't believe it was a chaplain or something.
No, not at this particular, event. And he was a chaperone at the state, leadership, but at this event, he's not a chaperone.
You have 3 chaperones.
Yes.
You're not flying Spirit, right?
No, sir. No, it's
Nobody else
Delta.
is either.
Any further questions?
Thank you, Mr. Don.
We appreciate
Thank you.
Ms.
all of
Lee,
you. Thank
y'all.
you.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
Second.
Yeah, motion is second. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Murray.
Appreciate it.
A lot of your funds,
And good luck.
Richard requests. Leave it off.
Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, talking like you. So what we were trying to do this evening is, we're looking into redoing the bathrooms in the old section of Batesville Elementary. Right now, the floors are popping up, so we're gonna have to redo them anyway to replace the floor drains. And this is a good time to take advantage of redoing the bathrooms, because as of my knowledge, I don't believe that these bathrooms have ever been touched or remodeled. Which is from like, 1971, 72, somewhere in that neighborhood. And they're not ADA compliant in any way. So this would bring them up to ADA standards, and they'd be compliant from here to the future. And it'd be a partial renovation of these bathrooms to get them to do that. The price for that come out, our lowest bid was $29,902.85. So what we'd like to put before the board is to use these funds and take them from the lottery fund, is what we'd like to do. Are there any questions?
How many bathrooms?
It's two.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion to approve, just to be clear.
Yes,
Motion to
motion to approve. Got a motion in a second. Did you get?
And I also want to thank you again, for being so proactive on these older schools. You've done a phenomenal job so far, and, we see you, we see what you're doing, and you've done a phenomenal job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All in favor?
All right.
Any opposed? 26 PLS update, second reading.
Board members, I'll be presenting on behalf of Mr. Whittington. There were 10 major updates in this PLS update, and there were 5 minor. The 2 that are most impactful to us are 4318, option A, which is on the top of your second page, I believe, and 7325, which is new, which assesses video and audio recordings by employees. It is recommended by the state and PLS that we adopt these. They deal with the use of technology and utilizing technology to record employees, students, and taking picture captures of students during the school day. And it provides us with guidelines and disciplinary procedures in order to address these issues.
Mr. Walker, any question?
No, sir.
Mr. Griffin,
Not on the list.
Ms. Via?
Yes.
Yes. Mark, on the 2340, is it saying that we wouldn't require something? for small borders?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
What was your question again, from Monica, we kind of talking about, well?
2340, right.
Yeah, I think that's right,
Volunteer,
but what about it?
Requiring small borders not to require a second.
and chair gets a vote, right? Is that what I'm
The
reading?
second is required for motions. I think the main change is that the chair is permitted to make motions,
Right, okay.
which for larger bodies is typically not the way things go pursuant to Roberts. For smaller boards, it makes more sense.
Motion,
So moved.
Second.
got a second, motion is second, all in favor? There you go.
I got a question for you, Mr. Curtis, and that's on the lottery. On these lottery funds, do we have to go and request permission from the county?
We do, the county commissioner has to sign off on it.
They have to sign off on that as well? That's
Yes,
what I
sir.
thought.
Yeah.
All right, that was all. Yeah. I'm just trying to find that in Raleigh before.
Good luck.
Yeah, it wasn't just me.
Good luck.
The other board I sit on.
Action item B, modification to policy 2130.
Good evening, board members. We wanted to present a recommendation to amend policy 2130B, specifically paragraph 2C, which covers the board member compensation and expenses. Currently, the policy reads that the board members will be reimbursed at the state rate. However, the practice has been that we reimburse the board members $50 per day for meals. And we wanted to make sure that we just were in compliance with what the actual policy said. Additionally, that amount, the $50 amount, after doing some research, we found that that was the amount that was established back in 2016. And because so much time has passed, we're also recommending that the policy be updated to read $75 per day meal reimbursements for the board members from this time.
It's been $50 since 2000, since year, what did you say?
2016 was what I could actually
16.
find in writing.
It was in 2000, I think the year 2000, is when we adopted it, because we were trying to cut all y'all's paperwork down. Because we were gonna turn in all the receipts and everything else, and we were just trying to do a flat meal change, but had to keep receipts. That was way before 2002. But I mean, I'm not saying we didn't change it here, but it's been $50 a day since the turn of the century.
Yes, sir.
That sounds bad, don't it? Maybe I've been here too long.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, well, you know not. That's why you still come to me.
Yeah, right.
Muhammad Ali. Motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Yeah, motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Carry. Budget amendment number 7.
Yes, sir. Budget Amendment 7 is being presented to the board members for review and consideration. And the only change that we have to the budget for this period is an additional allocation we received from the reserve funds for transportation that amounted to $4,862. And we're requesting that the board approve us making the modification to accommodate that additional allotment.
I'll make that into a motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. 26, 27 local budget.
Yes, sir. And lastly, part of the general statute requires that we submit a proposal to our county commissioners for approval for our local county budget for the next fiscal year. The information that you see presented to you was already approved by the board as part of our planning budget. Because we already have our negotiation for the next additional 2 years for a 3-year period, all we're doing is requesting that the county approve what they've already agreed to in our agreement.
I'll make that into a motion as well.
I'm second that.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Public comment.
We got one sign up for public comment.
Who,
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Marquise. My name is Keith Parrish, and I just had a few things. First of all, a shout out to the schools. I haven't heard anybody mention it, but the drama club, their presentation of the play that they put on, 12 Angry Jurors, I went to see it, and it was for kids who were doing their first drama production for some of them ever in their lives. They did a great job. And so I just wanted to throw that out as a shout out. I did have a question about the work conditions survey. Is it possible to bring the numbers back up real quick? So what I was wondering about, first of all, are these numbers available on the website? They are, okay. I
And
wasn't, okay.
you know, you're aware of public comment. We don't typically answer questions in public comment.
I didn't.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, then,
I'm sorry. I mean,
no, that's all right. It's just, okay. I'm delighted to see the work condition surveys came out the way they did. I just, you aren't going to answer the question.
you can pose a question though. I mean,
When they say the percentages there, what are they percentages of? And I can see the headings, but how did they determine that we were at 91%? 91% of what?
if you want to ask, yeah, I mean, it's up to you.
The number of respondents, we had 111 respondents, and that means 91% voted in favor of school leadership.
Okay, so,
Roughly about 95 people out of 111.
I also was going to ask about how that compared with last year, but I will let that go, so. Okay, thank you.
I can answer that, Mr. Parrish. I'll answer that for you.
All right.
We've seen gains as a district. Our overall went from 2 years ago, it was a 79 and now to an 83. At 4 out of our 5 of our buildings, they've all been increased. And I'll leave it at that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Board member comment, Mr. Walsh.
I just want to congratulate the people in the trenches with the figures Mr. Marquis just acknowledged to. That is a total team effort. And to do what we do as a small system with limited resources, I think we need to really take a look at that. And I know we hear a lot of negatives. I'm one of the worst ones about I believe in attacking the problems, but when we see something good, I got sense enough to realize that it's good. And very proud of that, very proud of our staff from top to bottom, Mr. Marquis, Dr. Marquis. Thank you very much.
Mr. Griffin.
I don't have anything.
Ms. Field.
I do not.
Spirit.
I just want to say, I'm very proud of the 91%. There's been a lot of change, and I contribute a lot of this to having a leader in place with Dr. Marquis that has, he's put the right people in place and created a working environment that is worth being in. And that shows in the buildings, and it shows up here, and I appreciate you. And it doesn't just stop here. It goes back to Purple Star. It goes back to our meeting growth, exceeding growth. If you don't have the right leader, you're not going to have the right people down here. So I give high regards and compliments to Dr. Marquis and appreciate all the hard work that you do, and the aura that you put on our school system. It's a unity and it's a family. That's what it should be. I want to congratulate soccer. They've done a phenomenal job. I mean, wow. Also, softball is going to state playoffs. Congratulations. I'm so happy. Of course, the drama. That's our second drama. I'm so excited to see this. And the Teacher Appreciation Week, I just want to thank all the teachers across all the schools. Thank you for all your hard work and all the hard work that's coming in the days ahead, and the administration. It takes everybody. It takes the lunchroom, it takes the buses, it takes the custodians, the teachers. It's not just one person and the principals. So thank you, everybody in Jones County. I'm really proud.
All right. Motion enter a closed session to discuss items laid out in the agenda.
I make a motion to enter, under GS 11-143.
You guys said
A,
Already said
36.
I already said it. I already said it.
All the rest of them.
You got a motion?
Oh my gosh.
Got a motion?
I got a second.
You got a second. All in favor? We're now in the closed session. Thank you, Sean.
So now you're just showing off.
I was reading.
He was.
I was reading, you didn't say it.
What is the
No, she's, since
I
they,
was trying to, it was a postcard station.